This is the Uping stock price prediction. So we developed a very good tool to predict the stock price fluctuation based on the machine learning algorithm and the signal processing technique. So it basically can predict the stock price change and also capture the maximum and the minimum value of the stock price. So for example, this is the regional trend line tool. So for example, this is the Amazon AMZN stock price. That's a real-time data. So this is the weekly chart and this is the daily chart. And that means the weekly chart, that means each vertical line is a 1 week's real-time data. So this is the last week, this is the current week. So the left tick, that means the opening price, and this is the minimum, the low price, and this is the high price, and the ticket at the right side, that's the closing price. So it shows the opening, high, low, and the closing of the real-time stock price in 1 week, in each week. So this yellow trend line, different yellow trend line, the predicted the kind of resistance trend line, and the blue trend lines are the kind of the support trend lines. So this kind of a tool will predict the different trend lines. So the fluctuation of the stock price will be located in a different high price region or the low price region. So that's a good tool, so you can use it to determine if it's a good time to buy the stock at the low price region or sell the stock at the high price region. So this is a tool to use it to predict the regional change of the stock price. So we have another tool to fine-tune the band of the stock price, so capture the actual fluctuation within a specific band. So for example, this is the Tesla price stock, and this is a daily chart, this is a weekly chart, and this is a monthly chart. So that means for daily chart, for example, each vertical line is a stock price opening, high, low, and the closing price within 1 week or 1 day. So for each day, so you can see this kind of a fluctuation of the stock price are very well captured within this kind of a yellow trend line and the blue trend line. And even for this weekly data, for example, this weekly data, that's also captured very well. I can zoom it a little bit, that will be more clear. So for example, so each vertical line for this weekly chart, each vertical line is a real-time data in 1 week. So for this kind of a change, fluctuation of the stock price, that's a very well predicted within this kind of a yellow trend line and the blue trend line. So that's a fine-tuned band, the prediction. So this is the Tesla data. For example, I can change it to Amazon, AMZN, Amazon data. And then all these charts will be updated to the daily chart and the weekly chart and the monthly chart of the Amazon real-time data. So even for this Amazon different stock, so this tool also captured this kind of a fluctuation of a stock price very well. So you can see if I zoom it a little bit more, so you can see it's kind of captured very well. Or you can see more data in a time frame. So you can see all this kind of data are captured very well. So the good point, the point is even just a day or a week just started and even haven't been completed, this trend line are already printed out, are already predicted. So basically you can use this kind of trend lines to provide a very good tool to determine if it's a very good time to either buy the stock or sell the stock. For example, for this kind of a daily chart for Amazon, so this is yesterday's data. So right now, today is July 29th in the morning. So the daily chart, this chart is July 28th, and then this is July 27th. So you can see on July 27th, so this stock price once reached to a minimum value, and even below this kind of support trend line, even below this kind of a blue trend line, so it reaches to the minimum value. So if you can capture this kind of a minimum value, and then it's a very good time to buy the stock. So you can see this kind of for each day's data, real-time data, you can see this kind of a maximum value are captured very well by this trend line. So when it reaches this trend line, it reaches to a resistance. And so if you can capture this kind of trend line, and then you can also get a good information to determine if it's a good time to sell the stock at this kind of a high price region. So that's a daily chart. Even for the weekly chart, and you can see weekly chart are also predicted this kind of a stock price very well. So I can zoom it a little bit more. So that means this is the current week. So this current week, today is I think it's a Wednesday. So basically, even though this week hasn't been completed, this trend line is already printed out. So you can use this kind of a trend line to provide a good information about the good time to buy or sell the stock. So for example, for last week, this is the last week's real-time data. So this minimum value of the stock price once reaches or even touches the low end, and then if you can use this trend line to capture the stock price, so you can also buy stock at this low price region. So that will give you a very good success rate and reduce the risk. So this is just to provide additional supporting information, and this kind of supporting information are basically very good to give you more confidence to buy or sell the stock. Thank you.